Backed by one of the biggest technology markets in the world, China's firms are increasingly going global. According to Merger Market, its companies invested a record $51 billion into the US last year, with tech deals among the largest of those. Looking to tap into the surge, the first Arab-China Tech Summit has taken place in Dubai to highlight opportunities here in the Middle East.
China is one of the biggest infrastructure investors in the region and has been for a few years. Now they're shifting from from physical infrastructure to virtual. So that's where we see the whole internet space.
The three-day event has brought together 30 Chinese investors with a similar number of regional startups. Organizers think the move is an extension of the growing ties between the two sides.
The Belt and Road initiative is it's not specifically for Middle East only, but Middle East is the most critical region that is going to learn something, especially through venture capital investment.
According to industry tracker Magnet, 2016 was a bumper year for startups in the region, with almost $120 million raised by local firms. Those figures may seem small when compared to markets in the West or the East, but there are signs that interest in the Middle East tech sector is growing, most notably with Amazon's recent buyout of Dubai-based Souq.com, in a move dubbed the largest ever technology M&A deal in the Arab world.
The cost of Amazon's deal wasn't made public, but a rival offer of $800 million was turned down by the Dubai-based firm. With a young, tech-savvy population and a relatively undeveloped startup scene, the MENA region is catching the attention of more global firms.
This is the things we are doing in China for the last 15 years. So we think everything will happening in other countries like Middle East. So we think we can bring in capital, and also the most important is know-how and the talents.
But there's plenty to gain here for Chinese firms too. In the second half of 2016, domestic investment into China's tech companies fell by almost 2/3 compared to the first 6 months of the year. The reduced margins mean smaller players in particular may be looking for new markets.
There are some very large players in China that are hard to compete against. So for them to find new markets is quite critical.
Those behind the summit say awareness still needs to be raised, but they expect more Chinese money to start trickling in here in the coming years. Naweed Jabakil, CGTN, Dubai.